Good evening, rip-off fans. I'm David Howitzer, your fighting consumer advocate. I'd fight evil wherever you find it. If you have a bad garbage disposal, call me. If you have a bad automobile, call me. If you have a bad marriage, don't call me. I have one. But first, I'm going to show you how to protect yourself from consumer fraud. Remember, just because you're buying a coal mine doesn't mean you have to get the shaft. The important thing for you poor soul consumers to remember is that packaging can be misleading. Now, here's an example of what I mean. A beautiful 2-pound steak. Looks like a super buy at $1.59 a pound, but let's examine this steak more closely. You see? Watch this. Watch the old picture of a steak, Roos. Now, let me show you one of the unscrupulous rip-offs being directed against some of our senior citizens. Here are 2 products used to soak dentures overnight. The first is the nationally advertised Polymouth, made of safe, tested ingredients. The second, cheap imitation made to look like the original, containing inferior ingredients and not approved by the Pure Food. And Drug Administration. We tested both of these products to illustrate the difference. This pair of dentures was soaked overnight in Polymouth. Set of dentures soaked overnight in the cheaper product. Obviously, I think you can see for yourself inferior product. Now, here's a typical example. You soft-hearted pet owners are a soft touch for unscrupulous schemes. Here's an example of what can happen to a pet lover who orders a flea collar through the mails. You see, it is what it said it is, a collar for a flea. And you and I know that they don't need one, unless, of course, you have a leash. So remember, friends, avoiding patronizing pet shops that carry tropical fish with life jackets on them, canaries that gargle with Listerine, or any beast of burden wearing a truss. Now, here's something to watch out for. Jim McGinnis of Northridge got taken with this. The ad said a television set with a 24-inch screen. The ad was not lying. Here's the television set. There is the 24-inch screen. An obvious ripoff. Friends, you cannot trust your eyes. Remember to read the labels carefully. You never know the true contents of anything unless you read the label. Let me show you what happened to a good friend of mine. He bought this bottle of expensive imported French wine. What's wrong, you say? Let me show you. Now, unless you get your jollies sniffing corks, this is a poor buy. Be careful also of those get-rich-quick ads you see in magazines. You send them $200, you want to get rich, here's what they send you. A cheap handgun and a list of local banks. A rip-off, one of our unfunnier rip-offs. Here is... And friends, here's the latest rip-off directed at couples with children who take the chance of buying toys through the mail. One couple sent away for a toy in the mail. This is what they got. Now, folks, I don't care what they say in the ad. This is not the genuine nationally advertised hula hoop. Another bad buy. Now, homemakers, lately we've all been bombarded with commercials that say for only $35 they will send you 2,000 chicken parts. Sounds good. We sent away from them. Here's what they sent us. 2,000 chicken parts. Well, that's about it for tonight and any future nights. If you have any consumer complaints we can help you with, make sure you send it in with a self-addressed envelope with a stamp on it. Don't forget the stamp. That's how I make my living, steaming off stamps. This was your ombudsman, David Howitzer, saying, look for the union label. Until next time, friends.